morning, welcome to Something Saturday. So today I thought I would show you this really cool thing that I did with the Waves of the Ocean stamp, because I just had this feeling like I really wanted it to be like a proper rolling wave, as opposed to just one rolling wave even. Okay, let me just switch it over and we'll go from there. So here it is, my rolling wave, not a rolling rave. And I really wanted to create that look as if you could sort of surf right through it. Not that I'd surf at all, but that's beside the point. So I thought I would show you how I've actually accomplished that, because it's so cool. I'm so chuffed with it. And I just realised I didn't grab out. There it is. Okay, so before it's completely gone on us, we're going to use the Misty Moonlight, because it's one of my favourite colours, and it's going to be disappearing after the new catalogue comes out. And that really would have been good had I actually got it out. There we go. Now I have it. Ooh, my poor sponge dauber looks a bit sorry for itself. So here is the stamp set. So it's called Waves of Inspiration. It's got our friendship is a thing of beauty. You're totally awesome. Happy birthday. Your strength is an inspiration. It's got this absolutely incredibly amazing wave in it. And then it's got the bird. And I can't think of the name of the bird, but I'm sure somebody will pop it in the comments. So thank you very much on a pylon thing. And it's got this little teeny tiny bird as well there. So we're obviously using this part. And as you can see, I have broken out the Stamparatus. So for those of you who have never seen a Stamparatus before, it is a stamping tool, and the Stampin' Up one is really cool. It was made with demonstrators, for demonstrators basically. It comes with your base. It also comes with one of those, which in theory is to puff it up so that you can use your photopolymer stamps on it. Only sometimes I actually use it for this, because I know that it gives me a little bit more of a complete image when something's right up against the edge. And it also comes with two magnets. So 2 magnets. Now the magnets don't come covered in this gold stuff. So this is not washi tape, but that really strong tape that you use, and I can never remember the name of it. Anyway, yeah, so comes in a big roll, and I have heaps of it around somewhere, because I get it when Aldi does a special on it and it's pretty colours, I buy it. You can also buy grid paper for it. So your grid paper will sit on the bottom, or it'll sit on top of this. And then it has 2 of these. So the good thing about these is that you can pop them in straight and you can use them for stamping. You can take it to 90-degree angle and take it out. You can turn it round and you can use it for stamping on this side too. And then you can do what we're going to do. Oh, obviously, you can use it on both sides, so it has 2 hinge sides. You can do what we're going to do, and we're actually going to move it along and stamp a recurring image. So I want the bottom of my image, as you can see here, to be the same, pretty much. So my waves are going to be at the same height. So where's my bit of paper? So I've cut my paper because I want to do a nice long thin card like this. I've got my A5 sheet of paper, and rather than folding it that way, which would give me my normal card, I've folded it that way. So because it's 14.8, I've scored it at 7.4 along there. And then it's the 21, which is the full size, so the A4, half the A4 size. Anyway, yeah. So that's what you've got there. So then this piece I've actually cut down to 7 centimetres. And what I'm going to do, so potentially I could add that, but I don't actually want to. And I know it's going to stay in the same position anyway. So what I am going to do is ink up my stamp. However, I did discover the other night that if I just stamp it down like that, I end up with a big long line along there. So hence the dauber and scrap paper. So I'm going to take off as much as I can off there. Ooh, gee whiz, it's probably a good job my dauber's not going to be in much use after this. And I actually want to sort of get rid of some of these lines that I'm going to end up with if I'm not careful. And also along the top there, I think. So then we pop it down like that. And you can see that it's lightened up the line there. So then we take it and we move it along the slot. And we're going to redo it. And I definitely want to lighten up the line around there. Let's take off that. And I definitely want to lighten up the line around there. And probably a little bit on there too. And we'll stamp that one down. So you'll notice that this time I've actually moved. So when I did this one, I actually had the stamp set, so it was a little bit higher on my sheet of 7cm paper. But this time I figured it could actually go all the way to the bottom. So you see how I've ended up with a little bit of a line there, so I obviously didn't quite take enough off. So let's move it along again. And I'm just gonna take off some of that, take off that. Let's just dab around the place and move it on to the next one. Might actually just add a wee bit more colour onto that one because I can see that I'm not very happy with that line there. Let's try again. This is the cool thing with the Stamparatus, is that you know that it's going to be in the same position, so you can just, you know, go back down over it again and it'll still work. That's looking better now. So, oh, that's what I did. Yes, that's right. So I did discover that this is similar sort of height to what I want. So that means that I can now move it along for the last time. And what I don't want is too much colour there. So let's take that off. Or there. It doesn't matter about the edge this time. I can stamp it down, and then you want something that's kind of similar height so that you can just pop it onto there. And that'll give you that. So obviously I need to add a wee bit more colour onto this last section. Let's just get rid of the line that's there. And move it back over. There we go. Cool, isn't it? I was really chuffed with that. Potentially, you could actually move it along and add, you know, a little bit more to it. If you felt that it needed to be coloured in a wee bit more, I'll probably just move that piece along and, yeah. So that is a way to use your Stamparatus to create a recurring image like that. So, you know, I can imagine that, you know, somebody would surf through that. As I said, it certainly wouldn't be me surfing through it, but, you know, that's fine. Now, what was I going to say? Yeah, I reckon the reason I love this set so much is because it reminds me of my grandparents. So they used to live near the beach. They had this amazing flat that looked over like a cliff face and out to sea and things. And although you probably didn't get waves looking like that, it was pretty amazing. And we used to have a beach hut at Studland Beach, so we used to go down there. Anyway, it does come with these really cool dies as well. And I think a couple of weeks ago I actually showed what I did for my... Oh, is it here? There it is. So I did this for my class at Picture to Page show. So it uses those dies, and then it also uses that amazing wave. And the wave is actually coloured up with 2 colours on that, just so that you get a variation of colour. And potentially, you know, I could go back over this and add a different colour into it just by using the Stamparatus and knowing that it's going to still end up in the same place. I might actually do that. I'll have a fiddle about with it. Anyway, so if you want to find out what I do with this, head on over to my blog and all the details will be there. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to like the page, you know, like it. And come back and join me again next Saturday. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, bye.